Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again for your 2023 first round of the XFL playoffs as the Arlington Renegades take on the Houston Roughnecks and the Seattle Sea Dragons meet the DC Defenders in a North and South Division Championship weekend for the right to meet for the 2023 XFL Championship. Off to Houston we go. The Renegades on the move, the only team in the playoffs with a losing record. Meanwhile, over in DC, the XFL's vagina, Ben DiCucci, looking towards his left, got his man, huge first down at the 30, and there's laundry on the field. Foul, foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. Look at this nincompoop fingering DiCucci. This ain't the time for an orgasm, pussy. That would set up Seattle for a 33-yard field goal through the uprights, and good, they strike blood first. Ensuing drive, defenders looking to respond. Jordan Ta'amu looking towards his right, got Briley Moore wide open. Homie got no speed. Turbo don't work, but he's able to carry it all the way inside the 10 to the 5. 3rd and 3 for the Renegades. Luis Perez still driving them down the field. Steps out of the pocket, looking towards his right, got Javante Payton in the end zone for the score, and the Renegades take the lead. They'd fail on the 2-point conversion, but who would have thought the losing record would have the lead first against Houston?
You could have seen this video early and ad-free. Make sure to join on patreon.com/Chiseled Adonis, and you won't have to worry about ads. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description.
DC, now in field goal range, would put points on the board from 24 yards out. We're all knotted at 3. The Roughnecks opting to go for it on 4th down, but Silver showcasing why he'll never be gold. Threw it behind Brigoni, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Arlington football. Following a Seattle 3-and-out, next DC possession. Ta'amu looking over the middle. I don't know how these wide receivers kept getting wide open. Lucky Jackson all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. Defenders have their first lead of the day. But just like Arlington, something's going around the XFL Championship weekend because ain't nobody convert on the 2-point conversion. Arlington looking for the upset of the weekend. Luis Perez gonna let it fly. Bombs over Baghdad. Javante Payton wide open. 58 yards into the end zone. Their second connection of the night. And the Roughnecks are getting rough housed in Houston. Payton just rubbing his nutsack all over that defense. Then on the 2-point conversion, the Renegades would find the end zone once more. 14-0 lead in the South Division Championship game. But over in the North, the Sea Dragons would do the same as Ben DiCucci looks over the middle. Spectacular catch by Pearson, participating in the 10 toes down challenge with the magnificent hands to even up the score at 9 apiece. Look at the focus. Look at the concentration. But they too, just like DC on the 2-point conversion, the attempt would be a failure. Wait a minute. If you guys haven't downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I've collected so many W's, they might subtract the letter from the alphabet and hand it over to me. I'm up $3,500. Big money! Make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis, participate in the pick'ems. We already know it's done wonders for me. I'm sure it'll do wonders for you. And keep in mind, they will match your first deposit up to $100 only on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you let them know I sent you. Following drive for DC, Ta'amu looking over the middle. He's got a man. Nani? But he plays for the other team. The pass was ricocheted right into the hands of the Sea Dragons. Following the interception, watch out for that banana. Mamma mia! Wow, 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 wow. The Roughnecks now in the period-colored zone. They'd whip out their appendage as Cox would find the end zone for the score, and Houston's finally on the board. Wade Phillips wants to change at quarterback. Silvers to the bench. McDonald in the game. Burnett in the end zone. 2-point conversion complete. They cut their deficit down to 6. The Renegades drive down the field with ease, and Perez ain't done cooking. Looking towards his right, got his man back in the end zone. They continue to tell the Roughnecks to hold their nuggets and suck their dicks. But then they'd fail on their second 2-point conversion of the day. It's getting ridiculous out there. Score still knotted at 9-all. Jordan Ta'amu in the pocket.
Why are you running?
Come back here, you little son of a bitch!
Why are you running?
Foul, foul!
Laundry on the field. A fat motherfucker grabbed the quarterback motherfucker on the motherfucking face mask. Automatic motherfucking first down. Houston continuing to do nothing with the football. They'd be forced to punt. The Renegades get the ball back, and they're still driving down the field. Now inside the 20. Another penalty would move DC inside field goal range, but the pass ricocheted and intercepted spectacularly by the Sea Dragons, and they take the football away again. Just look at the replay on the catch. His Byakugan, Sharingan, Renegades all activated at once. Just before halftime, 31-yard field goal for the Renegades through the uprights and good to take a 15-point lead going into the break. To the second half we go. Tamu takes the snap, now at the 11-yard line, looking towards his right. Got his man, dives to the 1.
Here I go.
Oh, yeah.
Very next play, handoff to Agent Smith, and Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus is not feeling this because they couldn't defend the end zone against DC. Touchdown defenders, they take the lead. But once again, on the 2-point conversion, the pass would sail incomplete. Join the party. Ain't nobody getting no conversions.
You need a shout out? Book me on Cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis and get a shout out, birthday wishes, draft order for your fantasy football team. It don't matter. Book me. What are you waiting for?
Somebody summoned the Madden cards for the Roughnecks because they can't do nothing right. They'd punt it back to the Renegades, but they got Butterfingers. Fumble on the play, scooped up by Houston. The Roughnecks have life. It's a championship game. This man is ejaculating balls. This is a wrong place for public indecency, stupid. Houston would capitalize on the turnover, 32-yard field goal to cut their deficit back down to 12. DC now at the 26. Tamu looking towards his right. He's got Ethan Werewolf foot race to the end zone, and he wins. Touchdown DC. Then on the 2-point conversion, Tamu looking over the middle, got his man for the score. 23-9, 14 unanswered points.
Gotcha, bitch.
Seattle completely unplugged their controller. Meanwhile, for the Renegades, Perez got nowhere to go. The Roughnecks are going to get the football back. To the fourth quarter we go. Harris on the handoff. 360 leaping spin into the end zone. It's all defenders. 20 unanswered points. DC must have been playing coy the entire first half. They destroying these motherfuckers in the second. 12 minutes left for the Roughnecks to make a comeback. McDonald's got nowhere to go. 21-point deficit, only a little over 6 minutes left to play. The XFL's vagina, Ben DiCucci, looking towards his left, got Jawan Green wide open. Touchdown, Sea Dragons. But can they take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback?
Dude, what the fuck?
Back to Houston we go. McDonald recognizing they almost out of time. He's gonna take a shot.
Yoink.
But Arlington's defense is absolutely bulletproof. Pass intercepted.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
You want to become an official member at Whole Mind Nuggets Incorporated? Head over to ChiseledAdonisShop.com and grab your merch. Stock is flying off the shelves. Get it before it's gone. Grab a hat. Let the people know your affiliation.
A little under 150 seconds left to play. Perez looking for the kill shot. Got his man. One hand catch on the sideline. It's time to take the L out of Lover because this game is over, brother. Lawan Winningham's last name says it all because the Renegades are winning this game. Meanwhile, in D.C., Cameron Smith is taking the dead Namekian to the funeral home because they putting the nail in the coffin as the necrophilia challenge begins because Seattle may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. Just to be safe, the Renegades would add 3 additional points. They lead by 15 again. 30 seconds remain, and somebody got to open up NFL Street and find a game breaker because that's the only way the Roughnecks are making a comeback. Burnett with a one-hand catch at the 29. Jesus Christ. Homie said he may be headed to the Death Note, but they gonna suck his dick. Seattle in the same position, desperately needing a game breaker to somehow get into this game. DiCucci's pass is going to be caught by Green for the score. The 3-point attempt would be a failure, so they need 2 touchdowns in under 10 seconds, but the pass sails incomplete on the onside to Flash Gordon, and DC has done it. The North Division champions, and they're headed to the XFL Championship next week. Meanwhile, in Houston, the Roughnecks need a 16-point touchdown, but sadly, that doesn't exist. The pass sails incomplete, and this game and their season is over as the Renegades become the first losing record to find themselves in the championship game as they upset the Roughnecks, take the South Division Championship, and they're headed on a collision course with the DC Defenders for the XFL Championship in San Antonio. Antonio in 2 weeks. But for the Houston Roughnecks and the Seattle Dragons, they would be going somewhere completely different because they'd be taking out their Metro cards and getting aboard the L train. But their ride would be short-lived because they've arrived at Elimination Station for their failures of being able to get the job done in the divisional championship game. Their failures of overcoming their opposition. Consider their names written down the Death Note because their dreams of advancing to the XFL championship. Their dreams of at least leaving the season with 1 ring. Their dreams as cementing themselves as the inaugural XFL champions since 2001, because of course the season in 2020 got canceled due to the pandemic, as you remember. Nevertheless, has been absolutely deleted.
There's only one thing left to do. Gotta write their names in the Death Note. Delete!
Delete, delete, delete. Delete. Delete, delete, delete. Delete. Delete, delete, delete. Delete, delete, delete. Delete. Deletion.
You will rest in peace.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Follow me on all social media networks, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Chiseled Adonis. Make sure you get your fix of all Chiseled Adonis content.